You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Big Brother After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Big Brother After Show.
All right, everybody. Bing is for doing, and today we're doing Big Brother Season 15. I'm your host, Ryan Allen Carrillo, and I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts. Go ahead and introduce yourself, peeps.
Hey, I'm Ashley Iocco.
All right.
And I'm Justin Walter.
We love Justin, everybody.
Thanks for having me back.
I know, we're so excited
to be here again. I loved it last week.
Oh, my God. Thanks for covering for me. I was in Denver. I launched a food truck called Tots Truck. It's a food truck that is all gourmet tater tots.
I love tots.
And New Mexican stuffed sandwiches. So I'm very, very excited. And we actually launch next week. So
That is
Nice.
so exciting.
Can that truck drive to LA or no?
probably we're gonna get one out here too.
Good.
Perfect.
Oh my God! So Big Brother, these I don't even know what to say. All I can say is
Crazy
this:
week.
it's also very hard for us to watch it out here in California because it's
gosh.
not shown on CBS. There's a huge dispute with Time Warner. So I mean, I'm watching it online. I have wires in the air. My boyfriend's out front with the satellite dish trying to get so I can see it.
Stop.
It's a full show. I've watched it all like a super crunch this morning. So like, bear with us as we try to get through this. But we'll go ahead and just start with Sunday.
Yes.
Howard's gone. And it's the HOH competition. It's some sort of bull giddy up thing, which I think I'd be good at. Did you guys notice the paint was coming off so quick?
All of the
Well,
the
actually,
feet.
I thought it would be really hard because I think it'd be good for tall people.
That's why I thought it would be easy. Hello, I'm tall. Come on,
Yeah.
Ashley, stay with me. So basically, the first 3 people got to open a box with a special prize or penalty or whatever it was. But you know, GM ended up winning, and
GM.
I just can't.
One thing about Candace falling off though was how she said that I didn't feel like I needed to win. I just wanted to stay low and kind of play a low week. That's like the foreshadowing. Whenever you throw a competition, you're gonna
Right.
Whenever
maybe
you
go
think
home.
you're safe,
Yeah.
you're always going home.
Which, you know, sometimes the strategy is to throw the competitions. You know, Ian, your season did that a lot, but he was such a
his
bad
season.
he was such a bad actor that it was just like, you're so obvious that you're throwing this, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you though. Whenever it's so blatant like that, like, oh, you're giving up because you just think you're safe at the moment. When the
Because
truth
Spencer fell off first, so
Right.
she said, "Oh, if Spencer's not on, then no one else wants to go after me."
right, and the truth is,
Clueless.
you're never safe on this show.
You're never. And
Ever.
when you think you're that safe, you're going home.
Right. We'll talk about the double eviction in a minute. So Spencer, he had to speak through a bullhorn, which I thought was hysterical.
That was a good. I liked
That was a good one, and
Yeah,
I
that
didn't
was a
really
good
think
one.
about it because there was you couldn't strategize, and it was just annoying, basically in general.
They had a lot of good ones.
Candace won $5,000, which, you know, at least she's getting
for
something.
her.
And then Helen won a backyard barbecue, which always causes a
It
lot
does.
of drama.
Stole that out of the Survivor playbook.
That is completely stolen
They've
from
always
Survivor.
done
but I
that, though.
love it. I love it.
But let's also just talk. Actually, we're talking about this in the car. On Survivor, it's worse because you're starving, and usually those outings are also when a family member comes out too. But in Big Brother, it just shows that it's a great thing to
It
do.
is, because food is so scarce. Not that it's scarce, but it's so monotonous. So when you do get something like new and fun, like it's a big deal.
Right, especially because like you're in this house and this is all you have. Again, we talked about this. Like, there's no TV, there's no phones, you've no friends. Like, this is your life, and so when you
Yeah.
feel like it's like the have and have-nots, but it's like a more extreme. And
Right.
I guess there was a bunch of liquor involved too, because you
Yeah,
know,
of course.
Jesse wasn't
whole
pleased.
argument.
She wanted to drink.
She wanted to drink, which I could relate.
I thought every night in the Big Brother house they give you liquor. Is liquor?
No.
You get like this
Very
much,
scarce.
right?
You get like 1 bottle of wine,
Split between
sometimes
everybody,
2.
right.
Yeah.
So I used to think that it was a lot more, just because that's when a lot of the drama comes out when everyone's drunk.
That's on MTV's The
No,
Challenge.
Exactly.
That is MTV's The Challenge as
They
well.
do try to keep it a little bit more clean. I mean, I heard that too. That every once in a while they give you some stuff, but this one
But
was
never in a large amount. Like the most you get is 6 beers,
Okay.
a bottle of wine.
and you all
or
just
2 bottles
divvy it
of
up.
wine.
That's why it was such a big deal. I don't know if you remember earlier in the season with Helen.
Oh,
and,
when the splitting in the wine bottle.
right,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
they went and drank it anyways and got crazy because
With
like
Jeremy.
these people want to drink.
They do. They want to let loose.
They want to drink and they want to take their Adderall. What
Oh
in
my
the world
gosh,
is
yes.
going on with that? Justin, have you been watching the live feeds at all?
No, last week I said I don't watch live feeds because for me it ruins the show, and I love watching the show.
I don't watch it either.
So you guys, when you talk about the live feeds, I'll listen.
You just join in.
And I'll join in.
They're all passing around Adderall in the house.
No,
like,
they're
Well, no, they're not passing it around.
they have prescriptions for them.
Yes,
Wait,
but
so
only
You
they're-
tell the story.
What? They're not, because I think the other house guests might envy it because
Right.
they're saying that Erin
It's
has
an edge.
superpowers because
She takes it.
She's
So
taking it before the comms.
You can go in with
prescriptions
prescription, and
and-
she has Adderall.
and get them in the
It's
DR.
very Lindsay Lohan to me.
Very. So
Whoa.
I think that this is giving her definitely an edge in the competition.
So Erin's the one who has the Adderall.
Yeah, and I think
Is she
Amanda
vocal?
does
Amanda
too.
does too, and
but
she's not taking it, right? Is that what
I
you're
don't
saying?
think no, Amanda's taking it, but this is gonna sound so bad.
Here we go. Say it.
I think if you're like
Bigger?
it
It
doesn't,
doesn't work as
affect
good?
you as good.
Oh my
And so
God.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not that
'Cause
she's bigger at all.
medication doesn't work on big people.
That's not what
You're
I'm saying.
You're taller.
Taller, big boned.
You're taller.
Oh my God, you're
She's
red.
not bigger.
Am I
Hey,
red
I
too?
cannot talk. I have no.
Hey,
I
she's the
can't
one
talk.
that said it.
Woo, it's getting hot in here.
I'm just saying.
Have you ever taken Adderall?
No.
It's like worse.
What does it do?
I'd rather do an 8-ball of cocaine. I don't condone that than take Adderall.
They
Adderall
say
is
it's like
horrible.
equivalent to crystal meth.
I've done
What?
crystal meth too when I was younger. Back I
Yikes.
was really out of control in my younger years. But Adderall is out of control.
Well, it gives you you're focused. That's why they
You
give it
just
to
are, like,
ADHD people.
I hate it.
Wow.
I hate it. So they love the Adderall and they love their drink.
Well, the one thing in the Helen barbecue, because on Survivor, what is always the case is when the person wins that reward challenge, and then they have to pick people to go along with them. There's usually drama that ensues because
Right.
if you pick your alliance, do you not pick your alliance, do you try and hide it, and that sort of
Right.
thing. So Helen was very methodical on who she was choosing. Oh, I'm going to pick Alyssa because she's my best
girl.
friend,
Right.
and then I'm going to pick Erin because she did what I wanted.
Right,
her last
rewarding
time.
her.
Yeah, but Jessie was right. She didn't owe her again.
I completely agree. I think
Right.
the Erin thing, in my mind, I'm like, this isn't setting red flag off. It set off a red flag for Jessie.
Right.
But it's like, is anybody seeing that Helen and Erin are basically
Working
working
together.
Yeah,
Right.
I know.
And maybe
They're
it's
all-
clear from our perspective as a viewer because we've seen the deals go down.
Yeah.
But it's like, come on, this is a huge red flag. And I think Jessie saying
It's all
stuff,
that.
they made it seem like she was more complaining about the alcohol.
Right.
But I like Jessie's argument of what the heck? Why is she bringing Erin? Is
Right.
anybody else concerned about this? Why is nobody else concerned about this?
Right.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
that part definitely caused a stir. What
Yeah.
also caused a stir for me, and I didn't even know all this, was when they went to take GM. She's like, "Come see my HOH room." About the hair dye. Like what?
Oh, yeah.
I talked about her. Like, how would they even know that? I didn't know you got hair dye. Could you imagine getting hair dye in Survivor?
Well, look,
Well,
even this week though, it was fast forwarding. Alyssa's hair is all of a sudden really dark brown.
Right.
Well, I know
When do
in
they do that?
Sequester, like the week when you're in the hotel room before you go into Big Brother,
Hair dye.
they give you a.
I just got it. Go.
I missed that.
They give you no, you're good.
Go ahead.
They give you like a sheet to fill out what you want, like what kind of
Okay.
goodies do you want in your HOH
Got
basket.
it.
So she wanted hair dye, but how Alyssa got hair dye, I'm not really sure.
Are
Maybe
you a natural
she
blonde,
requested it.
Ashley?
I am a dishwater blonde. I have highlights, of
All right.
course.
Did you dye your hair in the Big Brother house?
Yeah, Janelle would do my hair.
Oh, she did. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can
Oh,
bond
that's so
over
sweet.
that.
Janelle was mentioned this episode too. We'll talk about that later too.
Yeah.
So basically, this sort of leads into the fact where Amanda starts to become a loose cannon, and she and Jessie get into a full argument. Basically, it started about talking about the barbecue, and then it sort of took a whole nother twist on things. And one comment I wrote that Amanda said was, "Just sit there and shut up and look semi-pretty."
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like a lot of nerve to say when she was walking around in those dirty panties. Did you guys see those
Yeah.
clips? What the world is going on
Come
with her?
Please tell me what you told me earlier about
What did I say?
when you're packing. When you're packing.
Oh, this is what I say. If you're going to the Big Brother house, all of us are in the same way. You want underwear that's going to make your ass look amazing. If you're a guy, like you look like you have a huge thing and great tits. Like what? Why would you wear dirty, saggy? I don't even understand that, because obviously CBS exploits that. They take the worst shot. The camera was on the floor,
Right, my
shooting up
mom
at
was
her.
just
walking.
talking about
We
that.
screamed.
They get the worst shots ever of you.
Right, and it's like, I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like they will take whatever you give them. So it's like you always want to go and like look in your best. And I love that even Jessie, she sort of, Amanda's a hard person to fight, especially because Jessie is
she's a hard person to
Jessie's
fight.
young and like, you know, just seems like a little bit immature. Amanda's a little bit more grown up, even though she's fighting like a high school kid. But you know, Jessie's like, you're just looking for attention. I mean, look, you're sitting here in your underwear.
Yeah.
I almost fell out during that.
I know. That was a
I
good comeback.
loved Jessie during the fight. I think
She
Jessie
stood up.
held her own.
I agree.
And it was I
She
was
did.
so
She's-
proud of her, and it was the first time I feel like we've really seen a Jessie moment this
Right.
season. And she really just stood her own and did not back down. Whereas Amanda is she's being a bully, you know, and it's kind of. I was really proud of this meek girl who we've seen throughout the season so far
Right.
really stand up to Amanda and give it to her. Like, come back with good arguments of, no, you're running the house. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to
Right.
let you decide every single one of my moves. And,
Right.
and
This is Big
that
Brother. I do what
laundry list.
everyone else in this
agree.
house is doing, especially because it was Howard's idea in the beginning. I also said in the car that she should have played that more. Howard's gone. Throw him under the bus. Say,
Right.
listen,
Yeah.
Howard told me to do this. La 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 la. I'm this young little girl. Play off of that. But like, it also was hard for. She's on that couch. You know, Andy's right there. She was screaming at him a little bit.
Yeah.
McCrae. It's like everyone was sort of against her. So I agree
They were,
with you.
but everyone is very hypocritical in that house.
Of
Like,
course.
Why?
But the person who's getting away with the most snitching and causing a lot of drama that nobody's really saying anything about is Andy.
oh
Yeah.
my god, I
Andy
know he's just
Is
flying under the
involved
radar.
in every. He's like he's involved in every alliance.
Right.
But he's also the one who's doing all the snitching, and he's the one like he's getting away completely free. Good for him.
Scotch-free.
Right.
But I'm just kind of like watching Andy, and I'm like, come on, dude. Like,
I would
it's
say
annoying.
I would say Helen, in the eyes of
Helen,
the house
too.
guest, is also getting away
Yeah,
with
she's
murder
Definitely.
too, because
She
she's
is.
not doing her dirty work.
Mhm.
Aaron's doing it for her, and
Yeah.
everyone else.
She is a little bit of the puppet master.
And then lately, Alyssa's just been eating and drinking again because she's not even shown these last couple
happy
Yeah,
episodes.
for
where is
Alyssa,
Alyssa?
though.
I
I
don't
miss
know.
her. I miss her.
Even Julie during the live show was like, Alyssa's been under the radar this week. Which way is she going to vote? Like, I love those parts. Oh my God. So where were we? Oh, so this is sort of the episode kind of ends with McCrae sort of going at it in the beginning. It's sort of the beginning of the end, what it sounds like with Amanda. He basically says that you're making yourself look bad. Like, that fight was completely unnecessary. You are coming across like a bully. He said bully.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't having it. She would be a really hard person to date when she literally goes below the belt on the fights. Very
Yeah, she
entitled. She
does.
thinks she not that she's running the house. I think she thinks she owns the
Yeah.
Big Brother house.
Exactly.
It's a little out of control.
I don't know where she comes off like thinking this. Her ego is huge.
Huge.
I don't even know how she fits in the house with
I
her
will.
ego.
I don't know how she fits
The
in those
ego.
in those panties.
God.
I would say this though, that I loved McCrae the first episode, then I just wasn't into him anymore. But I actually, because he stood up to her and was like
Right.
very consistent and had great arguments, I was like, he kind of is really aware of what's going on for a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
He is.
What are your
because
thoughts
he
on that?
loves this game. I think he has a very strong chance of going to the end if they don't get
He
him out.
definitely came across like a gamer in this. Like, he can tell
Yeah.
every little thing, which he has a level of maturity that Amanda does not. Especially, it's really
And
weird.
he is, I think we talked about it last week a little bit, he's in a good position because Amanda's always going to be the target between the two of them. Once Amanda gets out before him, if one of them does get out, then he will be able to kind of sail a little bit in terms
Right.
of he's not going to be that big of a threat anymore. But like you said, it was great kind of seeing him finally realize, like, Amanda's crazy. But the thing with Amanda is, I loved her in the beginning of the season.
I did too.
I thought her confessionals were great. I thought she
Yeah.
was very strategic. She's still
Very well spoken,
very
funny,
well spoken, funny.
defended everybody.
She's
So-
gotten nasty.
Nasty.
She has, now the things that come out of her mouth just could make me sick.
Well, the next we'll just go to the nominations and then we'll talk about it because she gets a little crazy in the next episode. But basically, Candace and Jesse both get nominated, and I did write a note that GM gave a ridiculously long
God.
nomination ceremony, and like it was really, I mean, it was horrifying because she's like, "You're a
And-
rat, you're
It was
this,"
tough
but
to
get
it
through
was
that
funny
one.
to watch everybody.
And the first time I think ever in a nomination ceremony where everybody was laughing in the speeches, like
Yeah.
during the middle of the speech, like
Like,
Judge
Judge
started
couldn't,
laughing,
yeah.
and then Amanda started laughing, and McCrae, everybody just started laughing, and while she's talking.
and they
They
edited
gave
it down
her
too.
a
It was probably
long time.
longer.
Well, yeah, because when you're sitting there watching them do the speech, like they usually tell you to wrap it up, or like she just kept going on and on.
Because they knew it would be funny.
I have a question for you. How, do they have to reshoot those a bunch of times with the person speaking? Because, you know, they're not hosts, so they don't always like gonna get it correct. And I always wonder, I'm like, I wonder if they ever have to like say that again, or like, what? This is the nomination ceremony.
Sometimes,
they say do it again.
Sometimes like they'll stumble on their words. I'll have to do it again. But whenever you're sitting, you know how they have that shot when you're sitting outside and they get like the long shot of everyone's face on the couch, and then they're like, hey everybody, it's time for the veto ceremony.
Yeah, that's the shot from the day one or earlier.
No, that is right before. But I think during then they like, you know, they coach them, they're telling them what to say, and then they also have the earbud in, so like telling
the
them.
person has it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I didn't know
Contestants have earbuds in?
Just during that one
During
scene.
when they have to give kind of copy.
That and also, do they have it like when they're hosting like the veto competition and that person has the earpiece in too?
Oh my god, I
didn't
never
know
knew that.
Wow.
Ooh.
Did we get an AfterBuzz exclusive clip for that?
And
AfterBuzz TV exclusive.
And one thing though, you can tell sometimes when they're giving the narration and then they cut away to something and you hear a different. They do voice.
Right.
Yeah, because they'll call you in the DR and they'll be like, okay,
say that again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking about for some reason during the double eviction, I'm like, what a nightmare must be for the producers and how stressful. You know, you're a producer.
it is. They are screaming
because
over that.
it
They're
is,
like, hurry up, because I remember
crazy.
during mine I was kind of like,
to make
"Doo,
time."
doo, 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 doo," and they're like, Ashley, come on, hurry up.
Was this one bittersweet for you because it was the first double eviction you've seen
Of
since
course.
your double eviction?
This was hard for me to watch. And
Did you cry?
no, but you know what? During that Giddy Up competition, I don't know why every time someone wins HOH, I kind of tear up.
Oh.
I think maybe because I always wanted to win an HOH so bad.
And you never did. Maybe they'll call you for All Stars.
Oh.
Maybe.
What were we talking about? What you have to do in Hollywood to get ahead? Maybe you should start practicing that.
Oh, jeez.
That's our NC-17 version of the show. All right,
The
moving
After Dark show.
After Dark show. Moving on to Wednesday. So everyone is in the house is paranoid about the MVP. Who's it coming from? And you know, Amanda, ego. It says, you know, it's definitely not America because America would not vote for me because there's so many other weak players than me. What do we even say to that?
It's funny because last week I kind of was like, oh, did America make a mistake again on voting Amanda? And now I'm kind of realizing, like, no, it's definitely America taking her down.
Yeah, they picked it up really quick.
But how cocky and arrogant do you come across to your fellow house guests when you say comments like that?
Right.
When even if you think it, don't say it. You know,
Right.
it's like to say, if it is America, I'd never. They love me. You know, they'd probably pick you or you.
I know.
But that's the problem, though, and that's why McCrae is so on her, you know, ass all the time because she doesn't realize that her comments and what she says and how she comes across. Like she's gonna have an awakening. I mean, it's a good awakening when you come home and you watch yourself on TV. You're like, oh yeah, I do come across like an ass.
I don't know though if she'll think that. I wonder if she like.
I don't think there's a way she can't think it when you watch it.
I think she thinks though, like what she's saying and what she's believing is actually she deserves to say those things. I don't know,
right?
Because it's like even in the moments when after the POV when we get to that and McCrae goes and talks to her, she's like, "What do you mean? Why are you saying that? Everything I've said is true." You know, so it's I don't know. Maybe it's in the moment and when you finally see it back. Hopefully,
the only reason I say that is because going to like these reality events and seeing all these people. Because I always ask like, "Do you ever regret this?" And everyone's like, "I completely regret saying that." Yeah, even myself, I regret some of the things that I said and did. I mean, you too. I mean, you slept with like 3 people in the house.
Oh
Frank,
my God,
Ian.
Stop it!
Just kidding, everybody.
Not anybody.
Speaking of sleeping with, so Amanda is sitting on the bed.
These people are sorry.
Go ahead. These people.
No, this cast is way more promiscuous. Ours was like bubblegum TV. Like
this is like right.
Come on.
Thank God they don't give them more liquor because it literally would be like the Spice Channel.
Exactly.
It would turn into the Real World Road Rules channel.
Which they might as well show it on the Spice Channel because we can't watch it. CBS.
Yes, Time Warner, get your stuff together.
All right. Please. Well, Amanda's sitting on the bed and she asks McCrae to come over to the bed and he doesn't come over and she storms out of the room. How old is she in real life?
Amanda?
Yeah, how old is she?
I think she's 20.
In her late 20s.
Yeah, it's like
don't quote me.
Girls are a nightmare. Aren't girls a nightmare?
She's rough.
Well, it's like ridiculous, but then she also played it off that because Jesse came in the room and sat next to McCrae, and if you really look at the couch, she was sitting at the other end of the couch. Which it's so petty and catty.
Again, it's like a very stressful to live in that house. It's very, very crazy.
But... Oh, sorry. I'm still on the whole thing. Like I'm trying to like
Which part? Where are you taking us?
No, to me. I'm being
back
a little
to Ashley.
A little egocentric
back to Ashley
right
Iocco.
now. I never slept with anybody. I never even slept in anyone's bed.
I was with Frank all weekend in Orlando.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even sleep in his bed.
Oh.
We just had a makeout sesh.
He actually.
I was just gonna say, didn't you like hook up with Frank?
Yeah, we kissed.
Dude, he's really
We
nice.
do that on The Bachelorette like every night with
Yeah, it
different
is
people.
true.
Yeah,
It's true.
Dude, he's really, really nice, but he's like very like quiet and not very like in the background. Like he's not like, you know, during his interviews.
I think when he's around people, maybe he doesn't know, but then when he gets comfortable, he gets.
I never saw that the 3 days, and he was, you know, drunk like I was. So the MVP nomination comes up, and Amanda yet again, which I was living for.
Which I think is really interesting. Also, that it wasn't Aaron. I think I'm kind of fascinated now with the evolvement and evolution of is evolvement a word?
Evolvement
Sure.
works. I
meant evolution.
I love making that word.
Yeah, the evolvement.
Everybody must evolve.
Yeah, I'm kind of fascinated now with the evolution of Aaron in the
Right,
game.
me too.
From being
yeah.
the most hated person in America to now being in these alliances and a real big part of the game.
Right.
And now MVP, America's voting who to nominate. Aaron was eligible, and Amanda went up over Aaron.
I know.
So it's really interesting to see how she's causing headlines and blowing up
Right.
the
Social media.
and everything, and then a week or two later it's calmed
Because-
it's, the storm is
Short-term
there
memory.
Because the Big Brother house is just like a small portion of the entire United States where they forget because other things
do.
happen. Just like, you know, people, the hottest story of the week is whatever it is. Say it was Paula Deen. And then so many other things happen, just like in the house, that
It's like
you
Twitter.
don't think about it. Like, and stuff moves on, and then like you don't really think about it anymore.
and it seems like a non-issue in the house anymore,
Right.
too. It's a non-issue when you have even Helen at certain points being like, I think you're an amazing woman and a beautiful person, and it might be gameplay, but whatever.
Right.
But the only person that ever kind of really consistently went back to it is Candace.
And she said racial comments to Helen too.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like these comments are just, you know, easily forgotten.
Yeah.
It is
in
crazy.
The show, it's kind of
I
not
know.
even an element of the show anymore.
No,
Right.
it's not an issue.
Although,
interesting.
you know, since we are talking about this, we probably should talk about Spencer and his comments.
Now he's the new buzz.
I mean, he's
So I don't know. Is this live feeds? This is live feed. Right?
yeah. The CBS isn't going to air this, but he
This is live
basically
feed and national news.
yeah, he's all over the
I don't-
news. He said that he's
I did
watched
see
child porn, right? Is that what it was?
Well,
Kitty porn.
Did see
I don't
this.
even like saying that word, so I'm not gonna say it.
I don't even know what it is either. Oh yeah, he was. I'm not saying that either. But
Why would you admit that? Well,
what
you know,
the hell
No,
is wrong
apparently
with you?
it was a joke, but I mean,
But basically, the police
who
went.
jokes about that?
What were
Oh,
we
yeah.
saying? The police went to his house
Yeah.
and raided his house.
No.
And
okay, so I
we
did
were
not
saying
read
he
the
keeps
full. I did
thinking
not
his
see this.
job.
Yeah, he keeps thanking the
Yeah,
railroad.
and they fired him. That's so, I thought the same exact thing. He keeps thinking the union, the railroad union, and they fired
Little
him.
does he know. That's what it means. It's like it's
Oh,
terrible.
God.
You're
What's funny,
in that house.
the people in the house
No
who are the
idea.
most hated are still all there, and I literally can't wait for them to leave. Just because I just can't wait for what Julie's gonna say to them. Like, because you know she has to think
I don't
about
think
it.
she's gonna sit now because they're on the jury. I don't think she's gonna bring out outside stuff into it.
No,
Oh,
she's
that's
not
true.
allowed
She's
to.
not
So
now.
you're, you know, when
We're
you're
not gonna know.
You're throwing a Big Brother after party. You're gonna be one of the first people to get
ask them.
They won't even know.
No,
Oh my God.
I don't even know what to say. All right, where are we? Veto competition. So
Amanda gets nominated.
Amanda gets nominated, and Judd and Spencer get to compete. And basically, Amanda is sort of scrambling, even though she kind of doesn't need to, asking if they would save her if they won the power veto, and that didn't sit right with Aaron at all.
It didn't sit right with me
anybody.
either.
It didn't sit right with anybody. And again, McRae is going into like saving mode, pulls them all aside and said, just keep the nominations the same. It's fine, because basically it's just her coming across as being selfish again.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When if you're completely safe, then why do you want to put someone else on the block?
And even when McRae brings it up, like, no, I understand where Aaron's coming from, and she's doesn't want to go up the same
Right.
reason you don't want to
Logically.
go up logically. You're not taking my side. Do you even want to be with me anymore? Blah 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 blah.
It's
She's
annoying.
such a
Like-
baby. Oh my God, with the whole thing with Jesse, I don't know if you're gonna bring that up, but with
Which part?
Jesse sitting next to him, and then she was like so perturbed that.
Didn't we just talk
We
about
talked
that?
about that.
Guys, I must have been thinking.
Ashley
about,
has a cold and she's on NyQuil and Adderall.
I want none of the
So,
above.
Justin's getting red again.
She should win an HOH competition then.
Give her the
What
HOH.
do you think? We talked about how Amanda got upset.
We're talking about this. Like, he got up from the thing. We want to apologize to our people
Sorry,
listening.
guys. That's when I was all heated because you said I slept with everybody, and I was like, wait, no, I didn't. And it was like going in my
I
head.
kind of like those Ashley moments though.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, guys.
That's why we fell in love with you. I already told you when I hosted last year, we talked about, well, we love her. I can't wait for her to spray tan me.
Has she, by the way?
Speaking of spray tanning.
Oh gosh.
So the veto competition starts, and it's called Frog Darts, and everybody sort of wins different prizes and shenanigans. Although this is where Amanda completely, loses it. And really kind of goes to the dark side in my mind again, because she starts saying some completely inappropriate comments. And, she says, what did she say to Candace? She says Shaniqua or something.
You're gonna get Shaniqua. She said, like, shut your fat mouth.
Right.
So first, how it started was before going into the veto, Amanda was on a raid of who is the MVP and came to the conclusion that Judd is the MVP.
Right.
So that Judd nominated her, went to a room where it was Helen, Candace, and Alyssa, and said it's got to be Judd, and they all thought it's Judd. So then in the veto competition, Candace turns to Judd and goes, "They all think you're MVP. They all think you're MVP." And then that's when Amanda goes, "Shut your fat mouth, Candace." And then she said, "I don't need to shut my mouth." And then she's called her, "Don't go all Shaniqua on me."
Right. Which that's just crossing the line. I mean, I was saying this earlier. What happened to the good old American fashion words like "you're a whore," "you're a bitch"? Like, why do you have to go? Once you go there, it's like not cute.
And I think one of the most ironic parts for me is I remember when Amanda was the one that approached Aaron and said, "Aaron, you might want to be careful of the racist comments you're making because you don't know how America is going to view that. You've been making a lot of racial comments. You want to be aware of that. Don't do it."
Right.
Amanda used to be the champion of you're standing up to Aaron. You're the one who's fighting for,
she was the only one.
The only one who said it. And then how many weeks later, Amanda's the one doing it.
Yeah, but on the live feeds, Amanda said some things around that time when she did confront Aaron, because everyone was like, "What's going on?" She's saying things too. And the thing about Amanda, which I don't understand, is she knows that POV competition is going to be aired.
Right.
Like, that's gonna be on the show. So
right.
Why use your common sense?
It's almost like she didn't care, because then she even made
the
comment, "Oh, I'm racist now. I'm a racist."
Right.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Okay, simmer down.
And who says that in a fight when you're fighting with a person of another race than you? Like, that's just like, can you imagine fighting with someone and just be like, "What? I'm a racist now," because you just start fighting? Like, how does that even make any sense? And she knows that she's been persecuted in the house because of her race. Like, it's not a made up thing.
Right.
And it's not and Candace is the ones screaming like, "Oh, you guys are right." She's never said that. She's like dealt with it, got in the corner and cried and had very like real moments in the house. It was just it made me disgusted. I was furious, but I was very happy.
But here's the question though: will Amanda get the backlash that Aaron got? No. And is it because are people so desensitized from Big Brother racism now?
Right.
It's like,
right.
we dealt with it
it's
with Aaron.
Now
if Aaron would have done that in the Aaron time, it would have been blowing up.
I would say this is the reason why, and in my opinion, is I think you can look at Amanda and she's whatever she is. But I don't think you look at her at some of her character of what we know as Snapshot and think that she's a racist. You look at Aaron and you know that she's a racist. Like, she's from the South and she has all the stereotypical what you would think a racist would be. She has that. And it's been comment after comment after comment, as opposed to her saying like Shaniqua and like just being catty, and she just said something that was really stupid. That's what I think.
Yeah. Her fighting techniques, though.
She's way below the belt.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah, not cute at all.
Very below the belt.
So let's talk about what everybody won on the show. So GM got the cone of shame, which was hysterical.
That's like a dog thing. Like when dogs have surgery.
Yeah. Wasn't Frank a dog?
And she had to, it was Ian.
Oh, Ian. She had to put all the makeup on, and she's getting completely out of control. It was really, really funny to me.
And I love that moment, though, did make me realize about her that she has such a good attitude in the house.
Right.
And
she does.
Is
she makes
becoming that. And Helen
fun.
even commented, like, you are, no matter what you do, you're fun and you're just having fun. And she might be annoying.
Helen, stop.
Well, you guys don't like, you guys think Helen's kissing some ass.
I'm just
Helen
so
is just
over
as
her.
fake as, your press-on nails, Ashley. Like,
I do not have press-on. Stop picking on me,
I think
Ryan.
she is fake as
I'm
hell.
going to defend Helen a little
bit. All right,
bit.
let's go.
I think Helen's playing a great game. And
I think she's playing a great game too, but I just can't. For some reason, I just can't stand her.
Her DRs are fake. What she says to people is fake. When she told Aaron that she was Janelle, like.
But what she's doing is she's building up every person individually. So what
She's doing the exact right thing.
What Helen is doing so effectively is she's going to each person and establishing a genuine bond with them.
Genuine.
This is
that they believe.
This is my
exactly. You're
that
right.
they
You're right.
believe.
You're
This
right.
is my argument. Is going back to Survivor, Kim Spradlin.
Mm-hmm.
When she talked to anyone, you actually believed
Yes.
everything that she said, and she was a gamer and she was amazing. I was with her all weekend. I love her, and she's preggers.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah,
That's
congratulations.
gonna be a beautiful baby.
Love
I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
Oh Jesus!
Do we get an AfterBuzz exclusive?
Whoa!
TV exclusive.
But you can agree, or maybe not, but don't you think that when she talked to everyone, that came across to the
Genuine.
viewers like complete
100%.
genuine? And I see Helen,
Yeah.
it's so
It comes across
she's
really
coming across
fake.
fake to the viewers, but also I think fake to them, but they're just not getting it.
Yeah.
Like,
You're in that fog.
Yeah,
but it's hard to be a perfect
but
Kim Spradlin. I get it.
she's- yeah.
But Helen it's just she's in the H. I just
Is
can't.
that the one that won twice?
No, that's Sandra.
You've never even seen Survivor.
worry
Would
about
that
it.
just
You know
work?
what?
Just
Ian
put the
told
shield
me
down.
about this woman that won Survivor
Sandra.
twice.
Sandra.
Her
I
love you,
social game was
Sandra.
so good.
I love you,
It was her
Sandra.
birthday last week. Happy
Love her.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Cheers.
Sandra.
But going back to Helen, I think though, however fake she's coming across, she's still doing a fantastic job.
I 100% agree.
And I even think to the point of when Amanda's on the block, and oh, should we go after Amanda? Helen starts approaching people to go after Amanda. Anybody else, that would have come back to bite them in the ass.
Right.
It never came back to her.
know.
So she's doing something where she's able to still play both sides and play all these people,
Right.
and it's never coming. It's like Andy. Those two are doing everything where they're snitching and they're telling all the secrets and they're approaching people, but it's never coming back to bite them in the ass.
Well, do you know what it is with Helen? She works in
She's a
politics.
political consultant.
Right, and she's coming across to me like a politician.
She is,
Where it's just not.
but it's working.
It's not. Yeah, it is working. Whatever. She
Yeah.
must be a Democrat. Spencer won the trip to the Bahamas, which whatever.
Whatever.
Candace, what was she? The clownatard.
Clownatard.
Which
I thought she looks cute.
whatever. Judd, $5,000, which he probably could use.
Which he
$5,000.
passed up the veto for.
Right. Real smart.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote in capital letters, you can see on my notes here,
Oh
it
my
says
God.
scream.
Scream. and
Amanda's
shout.
tanning. I literally fell out of my chair. I was screaming.
Laughing.
Yeah, it was so ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
That's
That's
a
the
bad
worst.
And,
spray tan.
Ashley has a spray tanning business, so it just must have
Yeah,
been
so-
torture for you watching
Yeah,
that.
It
what
was.
was it like
I'm like,
for you?
stop giving spray tanning a bad rap. It already has like a bad reputation.
I mean-
but that's a Versatan. That's in a booth, please. I do hand custom spray on
Whoa.
tan.
Completely nude?
No.
No, are you nude?
No.
That's a new
What is
business
with
model
you
right
today?
No, but I want to be tan,
All
but
frisky.
I only tan nude.
No, it's illegal for me to spray men tan.
Where's
or neck
legal and what-
naked.
If
Where are the rules?
Consented,
I went to spray tan training, okay?
I don't. But is that like in the state constitution? Like I don't. I think you just make shit up.
so
Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to see people's like
it
little
looked
ding-dongs.
terrible. It
Oh
looked
my God.
Terrible.
And you were
The
talking about earlier
eyes.
the smell of. Have you ever had a
The
spray
spray was
tan?
probably like
No.
It's brutal. The smell
Yeah.
is awful. But like,
for that many coats, like
Right.
oh, her knees and.
and what were we saying?
elbows.
Because I was just like, as a viewer, I'm like, well, why didn't you just put lotion on her face or her body so it won't stick to you? But like, I guess.
Right.
I
the
was
on
thinking,
the
why
live
is she
feed.
wearing those goggles?
Well, no, he said the same thing, but she actually got like a note from Big Brother saying that you no lotion, you have to wear the goggles, you have to
Wow.
wear the thing, like the hair.
That's an embarrassing one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and that lasts for a hot minute.
She didn't, yeah, because on the live show, she didn't
Excuse
look
me.
that bad in terms of the tan.
No,
Right.
she probably scrubbed it off, but I mean, that's a lot of spray tan on your
They
skin.
should have had you go in and do the spraying.
Yeah.
No, come on, CBS.
Guest appearance.
Yeah, Pandora box. Come
Yeah.
on.
Hello.
Oh, they haven't done that yet. Uh-oh.
Well, let's see. Well, Rachel's at CBS right now. What's going on
Oh,
there?
Rachel.
So anyways, there's a rumor sort of circling around the house too that Alyssa is trying to rally to get Candace off the block, trying to save Candace,
Oh, but
which
that- what-
which wasn't even true.
Aaron just
Yeah.
starting it up.
Starting it up and getting crazy. But Helen, thank God she has Helen by her side, because she would have been gone
A while
a
ago.
long time ago. And like, thank God they're still together, because Alyssa has done some crazy things where Helen could have been like, you're a loose cannon.
Alyssa's kind of. I like Alyssa, but what is her role in the game right now.
There's not.
She's chilling. Give her a break.
No,
Let these people chill.
I know, but she's not. I mean, maybe she's flying under the radar, clearly.
Right. I think she's
like
trying to
her.
fly under the radar because she was under
target.
major attack in
Yeah,
the beginning,
that
but
makes
she
sense.
needs to start being a gamer pretty soon.
Make a move.
Right. She needs to do something.
The person who takes out Amanda is gonna. That's a huge move.
Well, I think we're gonna talk about that during predictions.
Oh.
But basically, sorry, I'm not trying to read.
No.
Jessie wins the power veto, takes herself off the block. No big surprise.
I was cheering when she won. I was glad.
Me too.
I was rooting for her this week. I don't know why.
Well, because you like to. Everyone
I
likes
root
to
for
root
the
an
underdog,
right?
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
Spencer's back up on the thing. Child porn.
Which again shows Helen's power that Aaron went to her best friend in the house, Gina Marie, to put up Alyssa, and then Helen got her to put up Spencer.
Right.
So Helen's got some power.
Sure, especially because they hate Alyssa too.
Yeah.
And her name was being thrown around there for a minute. All right, so going on to the live show. I mean,
But not
Jesus
anymore.
Christ.
No, please, we have to back it up a second because I have a note about the bachelorette party. I was really excited about it and I watched it.
Wait, they had a
Wait, I
bachelorette
don't
party?
remember-
For
talking
Amanda McRae's like Big Brother engagement. I know it's so silly, but I just want to say if you missed it and they don't show it on the show, it was so boring and you guys didn't miss anything.
Okay. Sure, I'm glad thanks for the news update. All right, we gotta fly.
Good reporting.
We gotta fly through this. All right, so the live show. So basically, they showed some makeshift alliance in the beginning, which really doesn't even matter at this point with McRae, Andy, Judd, and they were trying to like have like
Yeah,
that's already over with already. But basically, I wrote a note that the Judd and Jessie were kissing was really awkward. It made me. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like he couldn't get in right. You know when you try to kiss with someone, you just
then
don't
you get the
groove.
arm.
You get the arm. You hit teeth. It was really
Yeah, it was weird.
awful. Helen then approaches Andy and talks about getting rid of Amanda, which is a precursor, I think, to what we're going to see this next weekend. Andy was like, Amanda's my closest ally. I don't think that's a good idea. It's too early in the game. But somebody has to get McRae and Amanda apart.
Yeah.
And they have to be the next two people to go up.
But like you were saying, how they were talking about how they need to get McRae out before Amanda.
On the live feeds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the live feeds, they were saying McRae
you
first.
In the
knew
car.
this.
Yeah, on the in the live feeds, they had a discussion where they were discussing that they need to put the two of them up at once and make a deal with one of them, and that's who that will get to
Who's
stay.
discussing this, Helen?
Helen and Andy.
Of course, Helen, your BFF.
Well, I think even though I don't like under the radar, Andy is playing a fantastic game right now, and
Right.
I'm not rooting for him right now, and I don't really like that low
Me
under the
neither.
radar strategy, and he's kind of been boring to me.
Right.
But he's in a great position in this house.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Like he's in with everybody. He's snitching, and we've just said it before. He's
not getting
doing
caught.
something
Right.
right.
Well, it's also sometimes the gay guy, not to be stereotypical, sort of does fly under the radar because the straight guys aren't threatened by him, and the girls all like him, and like
Yeah, he got to go to the bachelor party and the bachelorette party.
Yeah, dude. The men are just going out of the house, like it's just crazy,
One by
one. Where are we? Oh, so then Julie, releases a
Do you know
revelation.
who was the new HOH? Is that why you're saying? Don't tell me.
No, I don't
Okay,
know
good.
yet.
I don't know
good.
either.
I think
sorry.
I think that hasn't happened yet.
Okay, good.
Why would you ask me then if you don't want to
I
know?
don't want to know. Because you're saying like
Do you
they
know
were-
who the new HOH
Well, they were
is?
talking about putting up
Yes.
Amanda and McRae, and I was like,
Don't
don't tell me.
Let's
Don't
just
tell
make some shit up.
me. All right.
So there's 9 jury members she announces,
Mm-hmm.
which is huge. So basically, it's starting right now.
They're gonna have to do another fast forward round.
They also said too. She said a clue that if you're on the jury doesn't necessarily mean you're out of the game. So that was a clue that
Oh,
something's gonna happen.
I don't know. Okay, I wrote that down too because I was like, that was making me think. But maybe
I love that.
Thank God I'm drinking this morning.
coffee. Okay, anyway, I would think that maybe she was just saying like because when I got evicted, they were like trying to make me feel better. Like, don't worry, you're still in the game. Because
Who was saying that though?
like like when you get out, like you sit
you're
down
in
with
the
like the
jury.
Right.
producers and they're
That's
like,
because you're
you're
they
still
don't want you
voting
to have
to
a
see.
breakdown. But Julie like specifically said it on the show so we all
was
could
weird.
hear it. It
Yeah,
was
okay,
like a red
okay.
flag. The
I-
fact that you wrote it down means something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I thought what
Yeah.
it was going to be is the person leaving, even what they said on the show, they were thinking would be the MVP. So they would pick, like, once you're voted off, then you would pick the MVP nomination.
oh yeah, but the twist is over.
Yeah, it's over.
So far.
So who knows?
Who knows?
No one's gonna, I don't think someone's going to come back into the game.
Right.
No.
It's not enough time.
So it's not a shock. Candace is gone. She used her saving speech to just do a full read. And just in
whoa.
case you're wondering, GM, that
That
was a
was-
read.
What? That was kind of, I was not.
What were you saying about the
Expecting
live feeds for the 2 days prior? What was going on?
She laid in bed the 2
Who,
days prior.
Candace?
Yeah, and she didn't go to the bachelorette party.
She knew she was
She
gone.
knew
it
she
was
was
really
gone.
sad.
Right.
So for 2 days, she knew she was gone.
Right. And
Aw.
2
Yeah.
days just flustering, ready to just go
What
after
do
that
you
person.
really
do when
sad.
you're...
Nothing.
Like,
Oh, that sucks.
you know, when an animal's dying and no one wants to touch them.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Ashley is on a roll today, people. When an animal is dying.
And I felt so bad that she didn't get to
That's
be
sad.
reunited with Howard.
Oh,
Oh, I don't care about that at all.
at all. Yeah. Oh my God, you're completely out of control. So then they do a very quick HOH competition, some sort of summer school, high school. They had to guess things and spin those things around, which those things are so loud that they turn around. Have you noticed that? There's like this wheel. Yeah, it's like I don't know what that is, but Aaron wins, and this is sort of
every
when
other
I got.
week, Aaron is winning HOH.
This is when I got suspicious of things though, because she won and like wasn't excited about it for some reason. We find out as we go into it, but then basically they announced that the twist is over, and then she nominates quickly Spencer and Jesse, and like literally Aaron looks like she's gonna have a nervous breakdown. Like she's like, what is going on? We find out later, but this was like I even wrote down like, why does she look so nervous? Like she's not happy.
I thought it was just because it's a double eviction live thing.
Yeah,
That
but
is
which
tense.
if you won, you're completely safe.
Yes.
This is the one to win.
Yes.
This one and the very last one is the one to win. And then then they go right into the veto competition, and Aaron wins that too. So she should be.
She won it so quickly too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. That Adderall.
that superpower that she has.
Adderall.
So that was weird. But then you just see Helen sort of having her ear, pulling her aside, having a full discussion with her, and like I'm like,
No.
isn't Jesse going home? We all were I don't know what you were. Who did you think was going home?
I thought it would be Spencer or Jesse, and what happens next, I am still confused about.
Everyone is confused.
So confused. And
Well,
I was
tell
gonna
us what
I was
happened
gonna
next.
look to you guys to see what went down in the live feeds. Let us know. So all of a sudden, she's talking to people quickly live, and we see some conversations, and Andy's like, "Don't get rid of Spencer. We're all good.
Right.
Whatever."
Which I love the live. I love it.
The live stuff the frantic live stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
So then we go to the nomination ceremony, where we hear Helen saying something like, "Don't worry, this is the big move. You're gonna make this move. Whatever. Nothing's gonna happen."
I know.
So then Aaron pulls Jesse off the block, puts Judd up, saying that everybody wants Judd out. Everybody's crying, that Judd, something happened. I don't
Right.
even understand that Judd's telling lies or something, and
Right.
and everybody's
The truth has come out.
That he was playing
the
her.
truth is kind of finally come
There's
out. that
one person been playing me this entire time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what the hell was going on, but
I'm
all I know
so
is that
confused.
even the audience that were watching, they all gasped like the Wendy Williams show. How you doing, Wendy?
How you doing, Wendy?
It
Love
was-
you, Wendy.
I love Wendy.
I'm still confused. Like, what happened that we didn't see? The storytelling doesn't make sense to me.
You watched some of the live feeds. What was
Well,
your take on what happened?
I actually do watch live feeds, but I was very in the dark about this. I was shocked, just like you guys and the audience. But thank God to Twitter. I love you guys.
Ooh.
They helped me out and explained to me that Amanda told everybody that he was MVP,
Right.
and
Yep.
that
Wow.
said that he's got to go, and apparently he was acting shady, and
Right.
everyone went on board
She
with it.
spun it out.
She gave
and-
everyone the
Oh, right.
Kool-Aid, and they were just
But I
like,
also think that
"Okay."
she believes that he was the MVP because she still doesn't
She
think
does.
America is voting for her. So they all think that he is the MVP. All I can say is thank God Alyssa was the MVP one time, because then they know it's not her, because they would have just kept thinking it's her.
Exactly,
They wouldn't have
thank
believed
God.
her.
I can't. Wow. Like the fact that they believe. I think that just also goes to show the power of Amanda in that house and how much of a control she
Right.
has of it.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks for him. That really
You were
sucks.
texting us this morning. You thought the editing was weird.
Well, that's what I didn't understand is, like, as a viewer, there should have been clues or something in terms of the story.
Right.
So I almost think that the CBS and Big Brother was probably shocked by it as well.
Right, in their defense, I think that sometimes maybe they really didn't know that
They
that was
didn't
actually going to happen,
yeah.
and
Right.
it's such a long shot,
Yeah.
Because it is a little bit crazy, but I'd also say too that generally after a live show like this, they do a whole black and white section.
Next
which,
week.
when they turn from black and white to
Yeah.
color, I live for that part of the
I
show.
know.
But like next week, they'll
We're gonna
probably
see it.
sum up of
They
what
have
it
to.
was.
They have to show it next week, and it's probably going to
Definitely.
be the Amanda spinning that he's been lying to everybody, and he was MVP, and he's playing the whole house and just fabricating this huge lie, and everybody goes on board with it, which
Right.
is,
That's
sucks for Judd.
crazy.
It was
for him.
nuts.
I
Well,
know.
I also thought
At least he got that $5,000.
Yeah.
at least he gets something. Well, I lived that when he came off the show, and like the double eviction always gets the short end of the stick. Sorry, hun. Because like the interview is so short.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of you, so you don't even get that much press if you get any. And
please, you get some. No,
just a little bit.
I don't know.
No, but
I don't know. I didn't know.
No, but he just sat down and he was like, I don't even know what happened. And like nobody did.
You're shocked.
Yeah.
Of course.
It was crazy. Well, that sort of wraps that up, except for the one thing that made me throw my notepad across the room when Helen said, "You're the Janelle of the show." Really?
And I wanted to see what Janelle had to say about that.
Crazy?
She did. I was happy.
Did anyone see Janelle's tweets or anything?
Janelle was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Don't quote me. This isn't verbatim." And she's like,
"She's gonna brutalize this."
I know, sorry, Janelle.
Here we go.
She's like, "No, Helen. Erin is not me, because if she was me, I would have had you on the block and Helen."
Yeah. Yep. Goodbye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, what else? That's it.
That was a big week of Big
It was a lot. I'm exhausted.
Buy me
We're on the same page. Oh my God. So what about predictions? What are we thinking?
And now, your AfterBuzz.
Justin, let's start with you.
Oh my God, I don't even know. It's weird because I feel like I don't know anymore, but I do think Helen or Amanda's one of them is gonna just keep control of this house. I don't see anybody really flipping against them, and then I see Andy and Aaron being the other top contenders right now. Not Aaron to win though.
When you're done texting, Ashley, what about you?
Are you getting inside info?
I want to see if I have an inside info.
Oh,
just in case. This is a live show.
What do you think?
I
don't know. I'm sort of going with the Andy Helen, the live feed snippet that I saw. That like I think it would be genius now to get Amanda and McCrae up. Because you have to split them up.
Gotta do it eventually.
And then I think making a deal with one of them is, I think, genius too.
Well, and I think McCrae will go against Amanda.
Of course.
For sure.
He's chomping at the bit to get rid of her.
I mean, this whole week was just like we need to. It would help his game if she's gone. Yes. What did you just read?
Definitely. Nothing. I just have a prediction.
Oh.
Okay.
I think that excuse me, guys. I do have a little bit of a cold. But I'm actually taking juice. I'm juicing. I take lemon, ginger, and apple.
That's your prediction?
Works like a charm. No, I think Andy's gonna get it.
Get what?
HOH.
Did you just someone just tell you?
Spoil it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
No, I just do.
Well,
spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
I've never heard that one.
Spoiler alert.
You're horrible.
If he gets HOH, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm just saying.
At you.
Yeah, we're all furious at you. Alrighty, well, that wraps it up for us today. Mr. Justin, where can people find you?
Justin F. Walter on Twitter.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you guys for
Thanks
having
for
me.
filling in. We love you. We have to come back.
Yeah, I'll come back.
You're free.
I will.
Ashley, what about you?
You can find me on Twitter and all the social networking at Ashley Iocco. ASHLEY
How do you spell that last name again?
You gotta spell that.
It's really easy like this, like a cheerleading cheer. IOCCO. IOCCO.
IOCCO. There we go. All right, people, it's been an interesting show to say the least. Thanks for tuning in. Please find us on iTunes and give us your comments. We'd love to hear from you. I mean,
nice comments, guys.
I love the mean comments about Ashley. Keep them coming because I like those ones and put them up to the top.
I never did any adult entertainment, okay, guys?
Actually, next week there's going to be a possible exclusive to Ashley's porn charges because we're going to lay that to rest.
TV exclusive.
But guys, thanks for tuning in. We really, really appreciate it. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram and Vine at Ryan A. Carrillo. Also on Facebook.
Oh, Vine. Now we're plugging Vine.
I'm pretty much famous, people. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz We're famous.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.